want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets into rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
1:46 left here in the first quarter. Outside Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Maledon beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. The Heat trail by 3. Outside Porter. Anthony on the wing. There's the 3. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Anthony's got 10.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
You know, Smitty, what's incredible about Miami's D, they don't need to block a ton of shots to protect the rim.
Kevin, it's all about awareness, communication, and positioning. Whether they're in zone or man, they stay completely connected almost every possession.
Now, here's Maledon. He's covered by Matthews. The shot by Maledon, no good. Right side, Porter. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Maledon passes to Smith. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. Jumps up and finished off by Porter.
Did that 7-1 wingspan come in handy? Porter, a legit threat to score anytime he gets around the rim.
And Russell gets it to go.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Here's Anthony. Nice D from Russell.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Here's Maledon. Hands it from downtown.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best.
27. The Heat. 26.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
That's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Matthews out there with Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's JaMychal Green. And it's Jovic in at the small forward. Now Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. A shot by Maledon. No good. The Heat with the lead. Outside, Hero. Pass to Jovic. From deep. He's off on that one. And Minnesota now the other way. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Now, here is Smith. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before a second violation. Jimmy Butler is checked in for the Heat.
Step your game up, MP.
Matthews with it. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Adebayo with a screen for Matthews. 6 to shoot. Gobert with the block.
What a block by Gobert. You expect that from a...
is out, and we're heading to halftime.
59, the Heat, 45.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Miami Heat. Shaq, you've been on both ends of a blowout.
Nope, only been on the winning side. You must have me confused, Kenny.
Oh, no. Interestingly enough, I have a stat right here. His worst loss, 45 points.
Lies, lies, lies. Check your sources there, lies.
And now looking at that first half, what an impressive performance so far for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They are just attacking on the offensive end. Physical play is sending them to the line consistently. And that's where they've been cashing in big time.
Yeah, they have the defense out position and reaching for the ball. Love their approach.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
What a first half! That was great!
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And, you know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
And some of it's just a mindset. He came into this game with a very unselfish approach, and his teammates have benefited from it.
A pair of #1 picks are at the forwards, Edwards and Towns. Russell is out there with LeVert, and it's Gobert in at the 5 roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Towns dishes to Russell. Back to Towns. Latrey. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
And few 7-footers in the league have Towns' shooting touch. This is the guy you want to create for time and time again.
Anthony's shot is off.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Anthony against Russell. And the 3 off. He's got 10, and the Heat call time here. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Miami. 15-point game. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. And there's the pass to Jovic. And in the last decade, defense is switching on screens as
First team foul. Shooting for Miami, Jovic. Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Timberwolves leading by 13. Moore outside. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Right wing. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim You have to compete at all times. He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
1:30 left here in the third quarter. Pass to McDaniels. Lets the three fly. Nailed from three-point land. McDaniels got 6.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
To the inside. Fast break, here we go. Towns wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. The Heat trail by 16. The baseline jam. Here's Hernangomez. And finished off by Hernangomez.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Takes the three. Bangs home the trifecta. McDaniels got a pair of threes now here in the third for Minnesota.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Jovic. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Adebayo. And foul on the shot.
Carl Anthony Towns. Second personal foul. 17 foul. Shooting for Miami. Ben Adebayo. At the line for 2.
There is no I in MP. No wonder you never pass.
And he misses the second one as well, so he's 0 for 2 that time. McDaniels passes to Maledon. Passes it to Moore. With 4 seconds on the clock. No good on the layup. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Feeling good. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Adebayo is out there with Otto Porter Jr. Then it's Tyler Hero.
3 points.
Then it's Butler. And it's Jovic in at the 2. Timberwolves leading by 19.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Timberwolves.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for D'Angelo Russell.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
There's 42 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Smith the pass to Maledon. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves working the ball around. Back to Smith. From deep three-point range. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Heat substitution. Willie Hernan Gomez. Garrison Matthews.
Down low, here's Butler, and the layup's good off the glass.
And once Butler gets cooking, look out. His guys need to keep getting it to him.
Smith the pass to Maledon. Back to Smith. The pass to Maledon. So it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
The middle part of the season can present some unique challenges. Grant, how do you maintain your focus as a player?
Well, it can be tough. It can be really...
Foot on the gas, MP.
Boston comes in for LeVert, and Maledon subbed in for Russell. On the court for the Nuggets, we've got Nasir Little, Zeke Naji out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Edmund Sumner, and it's Highland in at the point. When we talk...
Shooting for Denver, Edmund Sumner. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So he gets them both.
They're really not doing themselves any favors picking up this many fouls so early.
1:51 left in the first quarter, and the bucket is good. And here are the Nuggets now, trailing by 8. Here's Sumner to the middle. Here's Naji, and he goes in for the dunk.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Pass to Boston. Lets it go from deep. No good that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Denver.
And they won that last game between these teams easily, posting a scorching hot field goal percentage. Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
1:04 left to play in the first. And here's Smith. Back to Maledon. Now here's Towns. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Miami.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Pass to Little. He gets it in there. Little's got 5.
Physical at his size and very athletic. Little has no trouble converting through contact. I mean, that could have been a foul.
Here's Boston. Outside McDaniels. Towns on a screen. Over to the wing. 5 on the clock. And here's Smith. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Highland. 4-point game. It's Little on the wing. Inside. Najee. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And for Little, that's a quality find right there, just dropping that pass.
McDaniels from long range. Oh, it would have Go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Claxton. Najee comes in for Gordon. Little's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Highland in for Jamal Murray. Pass to Najee. Here's Highland. Oh, ripped away. On the court for Denver. We've got Zeke Najee. He's out there with Dwight Powell. And it's Highland in at the point guard position. Towns on a screen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dwight Powell. First foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution on the board.
We've got 1:55 left in the second. Here's Maladon. Oh, great D that time from Powell. The Nuggets trail. To the middle. Najee, good. Najee's got 8.
Team play from Nasir Little.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Pass to Moore. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Maladon, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. From outside the arc. Maladon grabs the miss.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Pass to Moore. Now here's McDaniels. Towns on a screen. McDaniels passes to Towns. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
It's so nice to see Towns use his high basketball IQ to dominate in pick and rolls. It seems like he always makes the right read in that situation.
And that was the mobile one drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
Yep, count it. 10 points for him.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside McDaniels. We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Smith. 4 on the clock. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
BJ Boston.
From deep. No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The T-Wolves on top, up 3. And time now for the halftime.
Players on the move. Hey, Shaq Stradamus. How? And now let's check out the Denver Nuggets, who are in a close game. And that's it for halftime.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
And how...
So it's the Nuggets taking...
That's the end of the game. Fans, thank you for joining us for tonight's game. We hope you're...
Focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backboards to lead the way for them. Smith has checked in. For Denver, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
On the court for Minnesota, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Smith is out there with Gobert. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Edwards in at the small forward. Porter pulls it in. Denver leading by 4. To the left wing. Murray against Edwards. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. And he banks in the layup.
And inside Murray's attacking mentality pays off. He just works hard to find his own shot.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge. You had a chance to talk with head coach Michael Malone.
Well, Kevin, he wouldn't say it, but he knows his team has the mental edge tonight. 3 of 3 this year against the opponent. And their strategy tonight is to continue to attack. He said, as I see it, those guys are a bit back on their heels. This is our best opportunity to just keep the heat on. Play our game. Kevin?
Appreciate that, David. Interesting report there, GA. The team focused on what it can do offensively.
Bottom line, in this league, you have to score points. Sounds like they have a plan.
I think, obviously, they're hoping to establish the pace early. They're so much more efficient when they're able to get to their tempo game.
Outside, Russell. Pass to Smith. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Smith.
Sometimes that mid-range has got to be in play. It will help unlock the three-point game. Boy, D'Angelo Russell, a three-level scorer. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Back to LeVert. Edwards against Porter. Gobert with a screen on Porter. Gobert can't hit.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
The Nuggets leading by 8. Highland passes to Porter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Porter's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Nuggets.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Passes it to Smith. Outside, Russell. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gobert with a screen for Russell. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Russell's got 5.
D'Angelo Russell is not afraid to make some big-time momentum-swinging shots. Nice to see him answer back right there.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected in on a string.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Denver?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
They've got Little, and it's Sumner in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Haji, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Timberwolves trail by 10. I think it's pretty clear, Greg, what the goal is for this Denver organization long term.
It's simple, Kevin. Make it to the finals. The Nuggets have never been there. They've been close reaching a conference finals on more than one occasion.
Smith outside. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Substitution on the court. At the line for your Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr.
Their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Free throw good. Porter. Greg, looking at the shooting numbers of Michael Porter Jr., they're off the charts.
I mean, his first full year in the league, Porter Jr. was top 20 in field goal percentage, top 10 in three-point percentage. Incredible numbers for a 6'10 wing.
Here's Russell. Gobert trying to get open, and it's Russell missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Here's Henderson. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop. Henderson's got his first 2 points.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And despite the double-digit lead, still in attack mode, getting their feet wet there in the paint.
Russell kicks to LeVert. One second left. And that one released in time, but no good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Nuggets ahead, up by 16. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show.
They've got a rough stretch of road games.
Let's turn our attention to that first half. Thank you for being with us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Oh, and with all the gifted range shooters in this league, Doris, it seems like in the clutch, more teams go for those long-distance, quote-unquote, Hail Mary threes rather than 2 quick field goals inside.
Well, it makes sense if you have guys who work on those types of shots. We see Stephen Curry do this all the time. But I don't always agree that that should be the play. If you have the time, go for high-percentage 2-point looks.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. The forwards are Edwards and McDaniel. Karis LeVert is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest? For Denver. Powell, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Zeke Naji comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Nasir Little in for Porter. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Denver. Edmund Sumner comes in for Jamal Murray. They've got Ben McLemore. Little out there with Dwight Powell. It's Naji in at the power forwards position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. There's the pick. Beyond the arc. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
To the inside. Here's Powell, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless.
Back to right. Well, you're looking at the MVP race last season between 3 incredible big men with Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Analyzing that, Doris, what's your big takeaway?
The idea that the big man, the 5 spot in the NBA is obsolete, that argument is over. What impresses me is the skill level of NBA players, particularly manning the center position in the modern age. Highly skilled, can shoot it, can take it off the bounce, and are exceptional passers. Boy, this is fun to watch.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Clock at 6. Here's Boston. Yep, that one goes. Boston's got his first basket.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
In for Wright. Here's Sumner. He kicks it to Henderson. To the middle. Here's Powell. And no good that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Moore. Here's Verney. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Nuggets have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 2 minutes gone so far.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Moore, left side. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. That one goes. Count it. Little's got 4 points this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
They set the pick. Here's Boston. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
One team is just
substitution on the court.
performance. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're up by 29. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A different look for Denver. Henderson's checked in, and Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Gordon. Porter passes to Sumner. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Murray outside. Shot clock at 6. Claxton the pass to Murray. The three-pointers right on target.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
This one for 3. Sinks the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved it.
Your Nuggets 82, Timberwolves 63. Thank you everyone for making it out and supporting your team. We hope to see you again soon next time.
And some surprise teams that started out hot have not cooled down. Their fans are wondering if this is the new... Not a lot of room. Smith, he's checked in for Minnesota. Maladon comes in for LeVert. On the court for Minnesota. Edwards out there with Smith. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Maladon. And it's Russell in at the point guard position.
The superb work ethic of Grant. My, what a nice, soft touch inside.
Towns passes to Smith. Back to Towns. Here's Smith. Towns finds Smith. Here's Towns. Here's Maladon. The kick out to Edwards. connects from downtown. Edwards has got 5 now.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Knocks it loose. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Grant's shot is off.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Paladon, no good. Utah has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. The shot by Hampton, no good.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Grant.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Oh, Grant throws it down.
You know what? When you allow Grant to get close to the rim, you risk seeing him give you a facial right in your grill. I mean, tremendous athleticism from the Syracuse alone.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Grant against Smith. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock. Here's Hampton. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Grant finds Sexton. Picked by Isaac. Here's Hampton. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Outside Russell. Pass to Edwards. And the call will be against Jonathan Isaac. That's his
Again, anything can be a foul, all right?
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. And they got called for a 5-second.
Oh, yeah. Knocking them down from everywhere. You're dialed in.
And here's Sexton. From deep three-point range. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Tie game.
20. 20.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from the Jazz, what's your take so far?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers. Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
Just 4 to shoot. Oh, Brooks with the steal. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. And for Minnesota, we've got Jaden McDaniels. He's out there with Smith. And it's Boston in at the 2.
Good, fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
Grant against McDaniels. To the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Smith with it. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Completely new group for the Timberwolves. Now a timeout called by Minnesota. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
For Utah, they've gotten 7 of 15 shots here in the second quarter. Outside Sexton. Here's Isaac. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
I think you got to keep Isaac from getting in the paint. Once he's established position there, the defense is toasted up.
Down low. Edwards against Brooks. Edwards, the pass to Russell. 4 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by Russell. Edwards has got 8 points.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Isaac, right side. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Edwards against Brooks. Pass to Towns. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Here's Sexton. And there's a pick. Over Towns. Back to Hampton. And another shot. And it's good on the layup.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Here's Russell. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
The first half comes to a conclusion.
39.
The rebounding has kept them in the game, preventing second.
And we've got some trade. And that is going to do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. So it's a narrow victory.
Your champ, 100, the Timberwolves, 98. Thanks for coming out to support your team.
Good game last night.
I see you doing work.
And looking at the explosiveness on the floor tonight, Steve, this game should be filled with highlight reel plays.
I love it, Kevin. Fans love watching these matchups, and we do too.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men in Ingram.
Who's watching this?
Come on, MP.
Pelicans fly high. Come on, Nola.
Set the tone.
One shot.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Willie Green.
Well, Kevin, they really want to tie this season series up at 2 games apiece. He needs his bigs to be that front line in every sense of that word. He said, we know we have a big-time presence inside, shot blocking and everything else. I think the rest of our guys feed on it. We'll see if their front court can give them that boost they need tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
And fault him for that, David. Thank you. Trying to take command of this game, Greg, using their defense as the catalyst.
Kevin, I love the approach. So many teams come in with an offensive mindset. These guys are flipping the script.
They look to get stops, but they also look to create some turnovers, which can lead to easy runouts.
And this is why you like size in the backcourt. Russell taking a hit, yet still able to finish.
Morris passes to Erickson. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's Ingram missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to Maladon. Back to Russell. Over Morris. Another shot. Whistle blows.
Williamson. Personal foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert. One shot.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
A seasoned vet, Rudy Gobert, a double-double machine.
Daniels kicks to Ingram. To the wing on the left. Lets the 3 fly. Minnesota with the rebound. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Reason why, that opens up driving lanes. Makes it dangerous for teams to W in the post. The offense becomes more dynamic.
That one wide left.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Good. That one on target for Maladon.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Ingram passes to Erickson. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Kyle Maladon. First personal foul. At the line for your Pelicans, Daniels. At the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Makes it off the glass.
And after a furious run, now all of a sudden, they're in the lead.
With 1 on the clock, it doesn't go for him.
20. The Timberwolves. 22.
Out of the game called for New Orleans. Morris with the ball. He has 7. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
The defense can't stop a force like Zion. Once he's airborne, the slam is almost inevitable.
Ingram in the front court with Williamson. Then there's Erickson. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. 5 on the clock. Here's Edwards. The shot, no good. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Smitty taking a look at Brandon Ingram. He is a very difficult matchup.
He is, Kevin. He scores in bunches, works well as a facilitator, and is capable of serving as a lead ball handler. Plus, with his length and skill set, he can play 1 through 4.
9 feet out, got a piece of it, and they get it back. And Towns gets it to go.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Williamson. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 4 assists now tonight.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Maledon passes to Smith. 52 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Towns. Back to Smith. Edwards against Ingram. Edwards can't hit.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Zion just overwhelms the competition. Unstoppable here.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Maledon passes to Edwards. There's the drive. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Edwards got 11.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Edwards against Ingram. Erickson with a screen on Edwards. Here's Ingram. And so we wrap up the first half. Timberwolves lead by 9. On New Orleans, back in a moment.
The Timberwolves, 41.
Great to see you.
Getting all he can eat offensively, and the opposition is pulling.
All right, time to see how the... Thank you for being with us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere. And it's Herbert Jones in for Thomas. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson. 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Smith, and it's Maledon in at the point. Moore up top, defended by Jones. Moore against Jones. Here, Bernie. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Minnesota.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so
this is bad, like really bad.
watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for D'Angelo Russell.
You have to appreciate the unselfishness. He kept the ball moving, kept everyone involved, really enjoyable to watch.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
The pass to Maledon. Here's Boston. From deep three-point range, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation.
Substitution for your Pelicans.
Zion Williamson. Cameron Thomas.
And it's Randolph with the ball for New Orleans. To the paint, here's Williamson, and finished off by Williamson.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
A matchup of two of the league's top centers tonight, RJ. These kind of battles are different than they were just a few years back.
Enjoy this moment. Take a picture.
Garuba comes in for Smith. Christopher, he's checked in for Horton Tucker. And it's Mann in for Green. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Smith, he's checked in for Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. Boston's checked in for LeVert. And Maledon subbed in for Russell. On the court for the Timberwolves, we've got Smith. Also Karl Anthony Towns out there. McDaniels out there with Theo Maledon. And it's Boston in at the 2. Here's Boston. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Here's Towns. Pass to Boston. Here's Maledon. 6 on the shot clock. Goes back up. Cuts off the pass. Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Garuba. And it's all tied up.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
Outside McDaniels. Now here's Smith. 1 minute left in the first quarter of the game. And the shot clock expires. 24-second. There's 47 seconds left in the first. Şengün, the screen. Pass to Christopher. Down low. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Mann. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Minnesota shooting well so far at 48%. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Here's Maledon. He's guarded by Washington. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. McDaniels, another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. And that concludes a high
score. 20. The Timberwolves 20.
They were looking for points, and their reserves delivered.
Sometimes you just need a change of pace. The bench delivered that.
Minnesota with the ball. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. We've got Kristaps Porzingis.
Rockets foul. Taylor Horton Tucker. First personal foul. First team foul.
Effectively drawing fouls and making your free throws is something some teams struggle with, but this Houston squad has it down.
Now Washington. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
Pass to Smith. Clock at 6. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get these through.
Keep it up, guys.
Here for your Rockets, Usman Garuba.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Christopher. Washington, left side. Off the mark there with a 3.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up.
You got these guys playing great D, coach. Nice job.
For Houston, they've gotten 7 shots out of 14 attempts in the second quarter. Pass to Şengün. Back to Washington. Here's Garuba. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Moore. Floats one up, and he takes it up and lays it in.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
44 seconds left to play in the half. Washington with the ball. Towns covering. 6 to shoot. The 3. Rebound Minnesota. Here's Maledon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. There's 18 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Towns. Here's Moore. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Towns has got his 4th assist with that last one. With the step back. Here's Green. Here's Şengün.
And shows hustle and plays hard on defense. Wow. Towns sure knows how to keep his coaches happy.
And And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Man, I'm just looking at these assist totals, man, and they've done a nice job of sharing the rock, man. Unselfish play, man. That's my type of basketball.
Kenny does have the best assist numbers on this set.
Nope.
Yeah. Yes, Shaq. He does.
Whatever.
And now let's jump to the Rookie of the Year race. Appreciate you joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Caris LeVert.
Through the first 2 quarters.
So we see the Timberwolves get the win here.
The end of the game with your score. We'd like to say thank you to everyone who joined us for tonight's game. We hope you have a safe trip home.
We know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But Greg, do you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format's
getting the most out of this team, Coach.
On the court for Charlotte, Jones is out there with Williams.
2 minutes.
Then it's Jones. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Ball in at the point guard position.
If you leave a teammate of LaMelo Ball that wide open, I promise you he will find him.
And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And here is Maledon. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Knocked loose. Pass to Boston. Shoots over Ball. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it was good.
they've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Robinson passes the ball. Robinson sets a screen for Ball. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Boston, guarded by Robinson. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Boston. And it's off from 3-point range. Hornets trail by 3. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's McDaniels. No points in the game yet for him. Out to the right wing. Now here's Melodon. And the pass to Boston. Good on the 3-point shot.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Anthony. This one will return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
Rudy Gobert is out there with Smith. Then there's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Edwards. And it's Melodon into the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Smith finds Edwards. Back to Smith. Now Edwards. Passes it to Smith. Now here's Edwards. Bounce pass Smith. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Edwards passes to Smith. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24 seconds. Substitution begins. Deciding to change it up. Minnesota calls timeout.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for the Cubs.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Right outside. Smith on the wing. To the inside. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw.
Thanks, Ref. I agree.
Defensive foul. Terry Rozier III. His second, 14 foul. At the line for Minnesota, B.J. Boston.
Fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Ball with a wide open look. Charlotte no good that time either. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Boston. He's covered by Ball. And Ball with the block.
Well, you love the 6'7" length that LaMelo Ball brings as a defender. Just gets a hand on that and sends it back. Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Ball against Wright. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Ball.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Smith the pass to Wright. Smith dishes to Wright. Ball with the rebound.
Well, it's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Pass to Jones. Here's Ball. Back to Rozier. And they recover it. Second shot opportunity. It's picked off. And some good action to the first 2.
Welcome, folks.
I'm looking at their effort level, and it's okay.
All right, guys, now let's take. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Nice game, great performance so far by...
Keep going out there, no let up.
Seconds left here in the fourth quarter. For three. And so Minnesota takes the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had.
Thanks for coming out to support the team. Make sure to get home safely, and we'll see you at the next 40 minutes.
And with more of the season behind us than ahead of us, these teams have more or less taken their final form, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, every...
Substitution
changes for Minnesota. Smith comes in for Rudy Gobert, and Maledon subbed in for LeVert. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. We've got Trae Young. Johnson is out there with Jayshawn Tate. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. Smith outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Just 5 to shoot. And they turn over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Substitution on the board.
A minute 50 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Schroeder to the middle. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
There's a screen. And that's a foul called on Jayshawn Tate.
His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
Wade, he's checked in for Atlanta. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. Can't hit that one. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
Hey, guys, can we show some love to the defense in that game? They were relentless. They were dominant. It was just a great performance overall.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
There's a screen. Here's the teardrop. Back to Maledon. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Smith. Pass to Boston. Fires the 3. Knocks down the triple. And that ties it up.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
As usual, terrific effort from him. Unwilling to let the possession go to waste.
22. The Hawks. 23.
Smith, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Moore comes in for LeVert. And Russell is subbed in for Maledon. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. On the court for the Hawks. Young runs point with Murray at the 2. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Jayshawn Tate. Yep, that one goes. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Just 1 of 6 this quarter. Trying to shoot his way out of this funk.
This Hawks offense can be explosive when they're hitting. They can hurt you from inside and out. They move the ball well and they run well as a team.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Russell, the pass to Smith. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. Pass to Towns. Edwards for 3. Tate grabs the board. And for the Hawks and their offense, they put up points and take care of the ball, Brent.
That's a pretty good recipe, B.A. This is a young team, but taking care of the ball and valuing possessions, that's hard to get through to young players. They've done a great job of that. So is their coaching staff. So this offense could be in a great situation for years to come.
Edwards finds Smith. To the right side. Russell from outside. They get it back. Towns. Glaze it up and in on the nice reverse. Towns has got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
It's Tate on the wing. Fires the three. Rebound, Minnesota.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here's Towns, and Minnesota again with a bucket.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Murray passes to Tatum. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Tate's got 8.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Hunter against Edwards. Pass to Russell. The 3 ball. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
Excellent awareness. Enough room for D'Angelo to squeeze one off that time.
Outside Tate. With a 9-footer. And he comes up with a bucket. He's got 6.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around. Keep it moving. Try to get an assist on every bucket.
And so it's Minnesota leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pounding the painted area.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel.
I think for the Timberwolves, they've been fun.
And now looking at where things stand at the... And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to...
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, Carl Anthony... And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing...
Another dunk!
Minnesota Timberwolves, 113, the Hawks, 98. Folks, we'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again at the next event.
The starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. D'Angelo Russell out there with LeVert, and it's Edwards in at the 3. Great begin to separate themselves from the rest.
Kevin, this is when the season gets fun. I mean, teams start jockeying for playoff position, and things get serious. So losses sting a lot more now than they did just a few weeks ago.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Saric is checked in for Goga Bitadze. Green comes in for Grant. And Walker subbed in for Shake Milton. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And the toughness Saric provides is an important component. A physical, strong forward who does whatever is asked of him.
It's good.
Their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Now here's Melodon. Defended by Middleton. Melodon with the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Boston. Walker with the rebound.
Boy, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Hits it down to Middleton. A 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Middleton's got 7 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Back to Moore. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Smith finds Moore. Smith with it. Passes it to Moore. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And here's Middleton. Outside, Walker. Here's Hawkins. And a miss there on the triple. Caris LeVert has been on display for Minnesota.
19. The Timberwolves. 24.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards out there with Smith. Then there's Melodon. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
One of my favorite eras in NBA history, Clark, the 80s Showtime Lakers.
Man, I played against those guys. Thankfully, it was just twice a year when we were in the Eastern Conference. Those dudes were unbelievable. Magic running the point. Kareem still playing at a high level down low. Worthy finding his stride and finishing the break. They didn't just win titles. Showtime had a flavor that was fun to watch if you weren't being run out of the building by him.
Deep 2 from Russell. The rebound by Bitadze.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Walker against Russell. Bitadze fouled on the shot and picks up.
Defensive foul. D'Angelo Russell. That's his first.
We're just warming up. Y'all ain't nothing.
That's practice have been exactly of that variety.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Jake Crowder's checked in for Saric. Brown comes in for Hawkins. And it's Shake Milton in for Walker. And that one misses. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. The Lakers are, of course, one of the league's storied franchises. And Magic Johnson was asked recently if they have the best all-time collection of players. He says it's not even close. Outside of Bill, we have all the dominant closers. Kobe, Jerry, LeBron now, Irving. Come on now, it's just too many Lakers. Kevin, back to you.
It's a pretty lopsided game for the first half.
The Timberwolves, 34.
And in the West, Nicole. Now moving on to the game at hand, some challenges. And that about wraps it up.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. One of the stories here, guys, Karis LeVert getting it done. We'll go for a different look here. Saric is checked in for Crowder. Green comes in for Chris Middleton. Hawkins checked in for Brown. And Walker subbed in for Shake Milton. Minnesota also with the sub. Smith is checked in. Now the pass to Bitadze. Here's the teardrop. And the rejection by Towns. We've got Hawkins. Green is out there with Saric. And it's Bitadze in at the 5. That's the Laker 5.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Lakers leading by 12. Walker surveying the floor. Hawkins kicks to Walker. Inside, Saric. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 5 assists tonight.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Back to Russell. 4 on the clock. Towns a screen on Walker. And it's Russell missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Hawkins passes to Walker.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside, Green floats it up for Saric.
My goodness. Say that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this league.
1:35 left in the third. Now here is Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So it's the Lakers who come up.
Lakers are victorious. The Lakers 102. The Timberwolves 101.
And we're in for a fast-paced game today, it seems. These teams like to get out on the break and run as much as possible.
Can't keep this going. That lead is going away.
Subbed in for Curry. On the court for the Timberwolves, we've got Theo Maledon, Anthony Edwards out there with Smith. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Boston in at the 2 guard. To the inside, Wiseman, and it's Wiseman with the jam.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Edwards finds Smith. Back to Edwards. Pass to Smith. Outside Edwards. It's Edwards on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target with the 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
The former home of the Warriors, Richard, Oakland. What was it like to play over the East Bay?
Listen, it was a lot more fun when I was playing in a Warriors uniform versus playing against them. Those crowds are insane. Maybe the loudest in the NBA, although the Boston fans might have a little bit of something to say about that. But I must say, this new building is gorgeous.
Pass to Towns. Out to the wing. Towns on a screen. Here's Boston. The Warriors pull it in. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
And B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. And that one's good. Maledon.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, B.A., you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
Pass to Valanciunas. There's 31 seconds left in the opening quarter. And it's Wiseman with the jam.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
And the shot goes down. 16 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Joseph. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game.
24. The Timberwolves, 22.
The Timberwolves trail. Curry and Poole, the sharp-shooting backcourt for them. Tristan Thompson is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter.
And this is where you get Gobert the ball. With his size and length, he's so tough to stop from there.
Outside Curry. Inside. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Pass to Moore. Outside McDaniels. clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Moore's shot is off. And so it's Golden State with it. And that one drops. Curry's got 8.
Understanding where he needs to be. Curry way out ahead that time.
And after winning MVP honors in 2015, Steph Curry was even better in 2016, taking home another MVP award, going back-to-back.
Back to Maledon. Pass to Gobert. Smith with it. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And that's...
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves, Caris LeVert, D'Angelo Russell.
Think about this. The Warriors winning an NBA record 73 games. Steph shattering the three-pointers made record, over 400 for the season. Also leading the league in steals. Steph in 15-16, something else, guys.
Pass to Moore. Back to Russell. LeVert with the ball. And here's Russell. Picked by Gobert. Russell finds Gobert. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. In that loss to the Lakers. And we've reached halftime in this one. Warriors ahead, up by 9.
The Timberwolves, 39.
Over in the East, Jason. All right, let's talk about the first half a little. Thanks for tuning in.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. One guy getting it done is James Wiseman.
And in the first half, he...
Dominga, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Smith's checked in. 90 seconds into the second half now. Curry against Russell. You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, you'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. But when does it become both?
Well, we all understand, B.A., dirty plays aren't good for the game, but sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot of flagrant fouls plays a big role in how it's perceived.
So for Minnesota right now, Smith out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. And it's LeVert in at the 2. Pass to Smith. Left side, Edwards. The 3 is up. They grab their own miss. And Gobert with the stuff.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
LeVert goes against Poole. To the wing, right side. And here's Kuminga for 3. No good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Minnesota, who scrapes by with a win.
We'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please drive home safely. We'll see you again at the next event.
You know, as the regular season, Greg, winds down, you can feel things start to change around the league, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, some teams are getting totally in the zone for the playoffs, while other squads are using this time to plan for next.
Timeout.
Suns timeout. That was your Suns Dancers dance team, everyone. Get loud for them once again.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Oladipo sends the screen for Nelson. Cheeky, the basket good off the assist from Nelson.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And Towns gets it to go.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns can make face-up perimeter jump shots, no doubt. But when he's got this part of his game cooking, look out. Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Cheeky goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Timberwolves trail by 3. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team.
At the line for Phoenix, Josh Richardson. At the line for 1.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And the technical free throw is good.
Hard not to root for a guy like Josh Richardson. Remember, he's a former second-round pick, but this guy put the time in the gym. He's an excellent teammate, and now he's a valuable rotation piece and an excellent two-way player.
Minnesota making a switch here. McDaniels checked in.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Here's Boston. Off target from three-point range. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Passes it to Oladipo. Cheeky. And it's keeping it alive with a new 14. Here's Ayton. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Ayton's got 13. Here's Melodon. To the left side wing. 1 second left. No good on the last second attempt there. DeAndre, he has been.
The Timberwolves, 25. And please give a big round of applause for your Suns Youth team.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Suns.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. They've got Melodon. Smith is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. Now, here's Meledon. Covered by Hayes. Off target at the rim. The dish to Booker. Over Gobert. Ayton buries it down low. Ayton's got the lead up to 9 now for Phoenix.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Meledon passes to Smith. Now here's Meledon. Back to Smith. The pass to Meledon. He dishes it to Smith. Here's Meledon. On the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. From deep. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. And the Suns making just checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Edwards comes in for McDaniels. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Meledon. Now Hayes. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Bridges left side. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. There's Russell with the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Russell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, that's the ball handling skills of D'Angelo Russell on display. How crafty at finding ways to score.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Gallinari with a screen for Bridges. And Booker kicks to Hayes. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timberwolves trail by 6. Edwards passes to Russell.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Back to Edwards. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. It doesn't bother him.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor.
Timeout call for Minnesota.
Here's Russell. We saw him with 10 points last game. Greg, when the postseason rolls around, the officials tend to let more go. More contact. More aggressive play. Is that the right approach?
Kevin, I think it is the right approach. And I'm a fan of letting the players play and blow the whistle when there's clearly an advantage created by either the offense or defense.
Nelson, no luck. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Here's Russell. Rebound by the Suns.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Nelson looking around. Pass to Gallinari. Back to Nelson. Releases. Misses off the right iron. Timberwolves trail by 5. 6-second difference between shot and game clock.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
Phoenix has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And here's Oladipo. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Suns lead by 3. And we'll be back for the Timberwolves 36.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
You know, right now for Minnesota, we've seen a dip in their play. One they can L4 with a month just left in the regular season.
Yeah, this is when you want to turn up, not phase out. Moving on to the first half of our game. DeAndre Ayton certainly impressed out there.
Well, he's putting up some SLNs in the paint.
What's that?
Oh, that's Shaq-like numbers for those in doubt.
No shying away for giving out those elbow sandwiches. Hey, see what I said? Sandwiches. And he's cashing in.
Sandwiches, cash. Oh, I'm getting hungry and I'm broke.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
And those...
Position on the court. At the line for Phoenix.
You got this, MP.
Victor Oladipo. One shot.
Minnesota. That free throw good from Oladipo.
Well, we know that Victor Oladipo is a combo guard, meaning he can play the 1 and the 2. What I like is how impressive his overall game is and the fearlessness with which he plays. Wow.
Nelson is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Russell kicks to Moore. Off target with his 3. Nelson dishes to Booker. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right.
We hope you have a safe trip home, and we'll see you next time.